Namaste. I am Grateful, Sensei of Grateful Dojo, and this is day 11 of my 1,000-day adventure to create a video every day. So, I want to continue on talking about love. Came out of my pilgrimage of love, and from my pilgrimage of love, I came up with a hypothesis of love. And my hypothesis of love was, wouldn't it be easier if there was a simple, clear definition of love? I did that because I had a hard time figuring love out, and when you go to try to find a clear definition, there is no clear definition of love. And the reason is everyone has a different perception of love, and all of our different perceptions are created because we all have different backgrounds which create our perceptions. So I had this hypothesis of love, and from things I started looking at and seeing, I came up with a theory of love. And in this video, let's talk about what helped me come up with my theory of love. The first one was, during my Reiki training, my teacher kept mentioning that love has a vibration of 500. And so having that in my mind, I guess I started becoming, focused on this idea of love as a vibration of 500. And the next thing that came up was when I was studying sound, how it worked in with holistic medicine, healing, I found that the frequency of 526 or 528, there it is back there, which is a Gregorian frequency. There's a whole study behind those different frequencies. They're basically going up to about, I believe, 956 hertz. So you got about a range of 1,000, and right there in the middle is this frequency of 528, which is said to be the miracle frequency, the transformations frequency, and the frequency of love. And so once again, here was this 500. The next time I came about this was when I read the book Power versus Force by David Hawkins. In his book, he went through and created a map of human consciousness. And what this basically was is he found and created a range of human emotions using muscle testing. Now, muscle testing has been backed up by the medical community. And so here you have these frequencies and ranges of them, and they were based on 0 to 1,000. And what is fascinating is if you look right at dead center is 500, love. I thought that was very interesting. Why is love 500? Why is love not a lot higher? If you look at this diagram here, which is mapping, consciousness, you'll see at the top we have, I believe, enlightenment. At the bottom, I don't know if it's on this graph here, 0 is death. Right there is 500. What we find is, as we move up the scale, our consciousness expands. As you move down the scale, your consciousness, emotions, all of that stuff, it contracts. Everything below 500, even though it's willingness, acceptance, these are things that don't feel quite as good as love, and they are they're reducing, constricting your consciousness, constricting who you are. So when I saw all of this, it just mainly the idea that everything above love feels good, and everything below love doesn't feel quite so good. It's almost as though love is a neutral right in the middle. And it was this way of thinking, this idea of thinking, that helped me come up with my theory of love. And while at first I had the idea that love is the idea of acceptance when I saw this, because we'll accept things more above love into our life, and the things below, like willingness and acceptance down there. When I say acceptance, I mean total free acceptance with no hesitation. When we look at the human consciousness, the acceptance below is that acceptance of, okay, it's kind of a trade-off. That's where I looked at, but since then I have changed my theory around. I've moved the acceptance aside, and what I want to share with you in the next video really makes a lot of sense for me as far as what love is. I love using it. I can't wait to share it with you, and I can't wait to get feedback on my theory of love. And with that, I am grateful. Namaste.